Gonna help you kill the Rift Hounds.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Apparently.
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Not only is she really strong, her stamina is also something else.
Yes! Here comes another wave!
But why do they keep coming even though the sandstorm's gone?
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Okay, I guess we're fighting as deer. What about the other two? Wait. Oh, she's just not here? Wow. Lame.
Be still.
She's just not even present.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
You didn't even help. Lazy.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
Ah.
So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Is this the village chief?
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Okay, well, pleasure to meet you, I suppose.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
Did you dress like that in Sumeru City? Something tells me you would have been looked down upon if you had.
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent.
But why?
Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
That would actually make sense because they're natural disasters.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars, exiled here by the academia.
Don't get angry at me for asking a basic question there, Sino. Why are they village keepers, though?
Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Ooh, somebody's waking up to the reality. Tignati also brought this up before. Hypatia was almost exiled to the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace.
Did they hear a call in the middle of the night? Where are they going?
But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
He's really taken this betrayal personally, hasn't he?
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help too. I just realized we have a lot of elements here. Lol, this isn't going yet. We have hydro, electro, pyro, and dendro. I don't count. I never count.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound.
They rarely ever double up on elements during these quest lines, interestingly enough.
But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
That's why this is a great opportunity to watch him. It'll be fine. Deer and the others are here too.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates.
I'm sure I shall, thank you.
Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Back into the village chief's building? It just says somewhere else. I'm assuming it's back in the room. Well, I mean, I kind of want to do this other quest now that I've started it. Lost in the Sands. How far are we going? Although it is taking me to a new location, so maybe I'll wait until the main quest takes me elsewhere. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Oh yeah, and then I've still got her quest. Can't forget about that because I don't have it marked on the map, so... Oh wait, yes I do. Yes I do. I did mark it. Never mind.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before.
Where is everybody else?
Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do they refer to the Mad Scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down.
Is there some sort of ley line going on here?
Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
It must have been Hida's power, and then she could have been capable of that.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
But it would be enough for Nahida to take a little control to use her abilities.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
Are we saying this in front of Sino? Is Sino hearing the word Nahida and going, who's that?
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
True.
So, what do you make of the story?
That Mad Skull's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanali. Lesser Lord Kusanali was actually the one who protected the village.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the Mad Scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
As much as she can be with the sages trying to stop her. Speaking of which, that seems like the kind of thing we should be telling Sino. It's pertinent to his investigation.
The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Because they want to take her place.
And I've never had any reason to doubt their views.
But now you must question everything they've ever told you.
In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
And that's exactly how the Academia wants it.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
She also saved me once not long ago. We saved Sumeru City together in the not-so-distant past. Yeah, but he doesn't know anything about that.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ooh, are you questioning your beliefs now, sir?
How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
She's imprisoned by this very society you worked for.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
Why? One of the biggest gripes I have with games, but also Genshin in particular, is the lack of communication. This guy would benefit from having all the cards in his hand, but instead we just don't show him our hands at all. We just go, yeah, here's one card, but you know, here's the 3 others back here that I'm not going to show you because reasons? You could tell him so much more and give him more reason to want to investigate the Academia, but instead you just say nothing.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads.
That feels like a very heavy-handed change of direction.
Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Why is it always a child?
Huh? Who are you?
Clearly the grandchild of one of the village keepers. Keep up, Paimon.
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
All the kids look the same.
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family.
I think what Sino's asking is, did he biologically birth one of your parents?
I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you.
No.
I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Child, I would rather plunge you off the side of here into the abyss than take you with me. How does that sound?
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
I mean, that's fine, but we don't need to bring him along to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
I don't think Miss Candace knows why you're eavesdropping on her house or the house she was in. That's a weird thing to say. Please help him, Sino.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
I'm not taking him with me. As I said, I'd rather punt kick him into the abyss. As you approach the village chief's house, Sino asks Isak to wait nearby.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
If they're good at their job.
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him.
I was almost hoping they were biologically related, but oh well.
One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Lucid Grandpa was probably Nahida. She must have suited the other mad scholars as well. The look on Sano's face is probably connected the dots as well.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Another scene.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
The kid doesn't need to come with us.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Yeah!
Next thing you know, he's dead at the bottom of a ditch.
All right.
Don't promise things you
Let's
can't
ask the
fulfill.
local residents some questions first.
Don't promise things you can't fulfill. Dreams, emptiness, and deception complete. So what have we commenced? Missing village keepers. Yes, but what is it a part of? Ah, we finally start Act 4. I think we should start Act 4 long ago, but you know. Far be it from me from anyone to determine that. I highly doubt I got anything else. Nope. And I highly doubt I have enough primer gems to do anything. Yeah. Knew it. Okay, we're going around here and talking to you again. Actually, I haven't spoken to Kazan before.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road. muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Okay, and he just walks off. That seems a bit suspicious. Like, really suspicious. Okay, do we have another local I can pester? Hi, Shani.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
What's with the overreaction, lady? Calm down.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Kid, just don't get involved.
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Do we just keep going around? Hello? Who are we talking to now?
Stay safe.
Ah, Jabari.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them.
She really needs to get over that.
And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how
Ah.
I don't make enough mora. Might explain why she's always mad at me.
Dude, yeah, no, I fully defend her being angry at you. You are kind of useless. Just saying.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
He has a very loose interpretation of family.
Wow, what a nice guy!
I don't know that his wife is going to appreciate that.
Okay. Thank you.
Huh?
What's wrong, Sano? Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Ooh, sneaky business. I like this. King Deshret and the three magi started. I'm totally not making any noise. See? I'm quiet. I'm real quiet.
I want to be like this Dia.
Wait, where's the vendor?
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Please tell me you haven't kidnapped these people to use as sacrifices.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
What's so wrong with your life here, McGann?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
What have the city folks ever done to you? You guys seem to be living pretty separate lives.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
The building?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
He's getting serious. I still can't move. There we go.
Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
So you're prepared to go into Sumeru and slaughter all the innocent people in the forest just because you want some glory? What?
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
Yes, but it has to have started from somebody. Somebody was the initial point of gossip.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
The Academia is probably the true target of their hatred.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
I think he might be with the Mad Scholars.
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages.
Such as cutting your fingers off.
So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I'm not one of your enemies.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
I'm not surprised. All the more reason for you to not get on his bad side, Paimon.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we could check the scholars' homes. We'll find something there.
Very well.
Isak, do you know where they all live?
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
How many other scholars have gone missing, though? And do you know the homes of all of them? Probably not. Follow Isak. I'm sorry, Isak. I'm falling asleep, which is not a good start. So I'm going to have to end this here, even though I'd like to keep going. We haven't even left our village, but as I said, I'm sick, guys. I'm not at my strongest, so I'm not surprised that the lack of mental stimulation is actually putting me to sleep. So, as much as I want to continue with the desert, I'm going to put it on hold for a little bit because I have all the other games to catch up on that I haven't been playing since PAX that I really need to be playing. So, I finally got here though. How sad.